Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. I am Vanderhorst, your host for this episode, and this is an entirely new video series that I designed to bring you the ins and outs of the information needed to know what is streaming and how does it work. In this particular video, I'm only going to be able to cover about 2 to 3 things, particularly the technological things that you're going to need, like a new microphone, a camera, and a decent internet connection. I know that whenever I was first learning streaming, none of this information was really out there on the internet. Now, it seems that there is just a proliferation of this information, and yet everybody's system is different. So for my video, I hope to be able to provide you all with a universal way to learn how to stream. There are going to be some extremely chewy bits, but I really hope that I can actually break it down for everybody because I was one of the stupidest people that I knew, and if I can learn this, anybody can do it. I'm here to tell you, this is the future of television. Cable TV is dying. Internet television streaming is on the rise. I don't know if you all knew this or not actually, but some statistics about this as a matter of fact. YouTube has become the #1 search engine in order for people to go and figure out exactly what they need to figure out. More than Google, more than Bing, more than Yahoo, more than any other search engine. YouTube has become the #1 search engine for people looking for the answers to solve the problems that they need. Why would you not want to jump on this bandwagon? Another question I hear asked a lot is, well, it's 2021. Is it too late to start streaming? No, it's never too late to start streaming. I thought I was too late when I started this second time streaming in 2016, but now that I realize it's 2021, it's actually the perfect time to start streaming. Technically, I've been on YouTube since 2008, posting drum covers and old videos from old phones, from old shows, live shows that we were playing and everything. But then I quickly realized that if I wanted to take my YouTube career seriously, I was going to need to do some research and basically put myself through a college crash course. So that's what this whole series is going to be about. Streaming college crash course. So among one of the first things that you're going to need to know is what is the proper equipment that you are going to need to stream. Usually, a stream setup is going to be a fairly decent high quality camera, whether it records in above 1080p, which is about the standard for these days. You are going to need a good microphone. Currently, you can't see this, it's behind the camera, but I am using a Blue Yeti. I actually have it set to be a room microphone to where there's no microphone in frame. That is just my personal setting. It is no shame on anybody's game if you have a microphone in your frame. Trust me, I had one in mine for a long time. I just personally am used to holding a microphone, so I actually have a Bluetooth microphone on the way. We can cover all of the settings and everything that you're gonna need later. This is just an introductory episode into what to expect. So in addition to a good camera that streams in over 1080p, or at least records in over 1080p, in addition to a decent microphone, you are also going to need a good set of lights. Your camera is only as good as the light quality that you have. And I'm here to tell you, I have actually ended up spending about 2 to 3 times as much on proper photo lighting than I have on the 2 GoPro cameras that I'm using. And specifically the GoPro Hero 5s are the cameras that I chose. Being a drummer, a motion action camera is something I needed. It nulls the vibration, it cancels everything, it's beautiful. Your camera needs are going to vary depending on what you're trying to stream. If you're just a game streamer, you can actually go and look for a Logitech C920. That is one of the best cameras that I have ever seen, webcams, and I believe it's still in the $50 range. And I currently use that exact camera as my foot cam, and it is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Records in full 60 frames a second, 1080p. It looks crispy. It looks crispy. Maybe I can even throw up a picture of how it looks, just to show you. But the most important part, you can have the most expensive camera in the world, but if you have terrible lighting, your shot is going to look terrible, and you are not going to like it. So please, look into investing into more in photo lights than you would in your camera. You can get away with a lesser quality camera with 10 times as quality of lights, I promise you. Take that from experience. And remember, the settings we're gonna get into in the second part of this episode. This is just the part where we introduce the technology. As far as microphones are concerned, the Blue Yeti is a 3-disc compressor disc microphone. It is probably top of the line as far as one of the best blogging, vlogging, YouTube, Twitch streaming microphones on the market today for the price. I know that when I bought mine about a year ago or so, it was $125 on sale at Best Buy. You can't beat it. Summer sales, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all that, you can't beat those deals. The most important thing to know about this is that it is a compressor microphone. It has built-in effects in it, and it has 4 different settings. That's the best part about this microphone and why I chose this microphone. I record ASMR, which requires a stereo sound recording to go from left to right, and back and forth. I also record book readings, which requires a very straightforward mono. I record these, which is just straightforward mono. All of the drums that I record also get down rendered into mono, as a matter of fact, which a lot of people don't realize that. If you're having sound issues with an instrument that you're trying to stream, chances are you need to down render it to mono instead of stereo. So from this series, I really hope to be able to give you guys some ins and outs and secrets that I did not know. And it took me just hundreds of hours to research this stuff, and it just made me want to pull my hair out, okay? One thing to note about your microphone: you can easily fix quiet signal, but you cannot repair too loud broken signal. So one of the main components about your microphone is audio quality over video quality. People will watch a 144p video if your audio quality is maxed out. I promise you. As a matter of fact, you probably shouldn't even worry about the level of your content for a while, especially when you first start, and you should just focus on experimenting and getting your stuff out there. The goal in the beginning of a streamer's life is to be able to start creating a name for themselves. That way you have a returning audience. 99.99% of streamers on YouTube and Twitch never hit above 3 people, y'all. This is a scary, frightening, sailing in the middle of the ocean career. There are going to be days that you are going to be uncertain. You are not going to know whether what you did yesterday was correct and what you're planning to do today is better. I'm telling you, you're not gonna know. The goal is to just do the thing. Just do the things, get your craft out there. I firmly believe that everybody on the planet should stream at least something, because everybody on the planet has a gift at something. And if we were able to create a better television watching experience, video watching experience, because the content was better through YouTube and Twitch and mediums like that, then I firmly believe, just like what Mr. Rogers was able to achieve, talking to children and educating an entire 2 generations of children, my generation included, I believe that streaming can have the same, if not greater, impact on the world. A question that I feel that I'm going to be asked is, what about a green screen? Well, truth be told, I actually didn't look into getting a green screen until about 3 years into my streaming career, when I actually had a need for a green screen. Like right behind me, this is the green screen. You can't, I mean, of course you can tell because I'm not obviously standing in front of a light pillar. Green screens are a necessity for people who have the need of creating an environment in which their real life environment is not suitable enough for video content. And I can vouch for that because we're doing renovations in my house. So obviously I'm gonna be standing in front of a green screen. Keep that in mind as well. And I apologize to all the streamers out there for me giving away secrets, but people need to know this stuff. I'm tired of this gatekeeping thing, man. Everybody has the right to do this because this is such an amazing career to do, and everybody deserves to do it. And if you're good enough at it, you will make money at it. People will want to watch you. If you are a caricature, if you have a personality, if you have a gift to give, a lesson to teach, if you have any of that, you can do it. I promise you, and you could be good at it. So let's recap with this episode real quick over the basic things that you're gonna need to stream. You're going to need a basic to a mid-level 1080p webcam. You are going to need a basic to a mid-level microphone. A lavalier mic works just as well as a Blue Yeti or even a handheld Bluetooth $30 microphone from Amazon. You can audio engineer your stuff to where it sounds as good as it needs to. So my one tip from this is, please focus on your audio quality the most. If your audio quality is great, people will watch your 144p video. Don't ever be afraid of that, okay? Like I said, there's people watching videos of cats playing with yarn on the internet. Your video will get views. I love you, and I hope that you have all been able to gain some insight into this. Don't forget those amazing photo lights, because that's the #1 part of your entire scene, is the lighting. 3 things you need to take from this episode: audio engineering, proper photogenic lighting, and 1080p cameras. Learning about the settings, I'm gonna make a different video that's actually going to follow up this video about the actual settings, and maybe I can actually take each individual piece of technology independently with each video. How to do the webcam, how to do the Blue Yeti, how to do photogenic lights, all that kind of stuff. And if you all have any questions, I would love to answer your questions. The whole inspiration for this series, I was talking to a buddy of mine on Facebook, and he himself and his wife have a music production thing going on. And if I'm not mistaken, he was asking me about streaming and audio engineering and all that kind of stuff, and I was helping him with some of the answers that I knew. And it still amazes me how much of this information I'm able to retain. It still amazes me how much of this information I'm able to retain, though. So it really made me feel good to help him, and it inspired me to make this series to help y'all. So I hope y'all gained some information from this. I'll see y'all next time. I'm Vanderhorst. Later.